अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स CS408 के आपके आने वाले क्विज 2 की प्रिपरेशन के लिए क्वेश्चन और उनके करेक्ट आंसर के साथ हाजिर हैं स्टूडेंट। इसमें पहले मैं बिल्कुल साइलेंट वीडियोस बनाता रहा हूँ। इसमें क्वेश्चन आंसर शो होते थे लेकिन कोई वॉइस का इनपुट नहीं होता था। अब ये यूट्यूब की मोनेटाइजेशन पॉलिसी है जिसमें आपको अपनी वॉइस का इनपुट देना होता है, तो इसलिए मैं अब इसमें ये कुछ अपनी आवाज़ शामिल करता हूँ। तो दूसरा, बहुत से स्टूडेंट ऐसे हैं वीडियो के देखते हैं, क्वेश्चन आंसर देखते हैं और ना वीडियो को लाइक करते हैं ना चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करते हैं। हालांकि ये आपके कोर्स की आपकी हेल्प के लिए हैं। तो वैसे भी एथिकली बहुत बुरा लगता है कि आप एक बंदे की वीडियो आपके लिए मेहनत के लिए आपके लिए हेल्प के लिए बनाई है, आप उसे देखें उससे फ़ायदा उठाएं, लेकिन ना चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और ना वीडियो को लाइक करें। तो चलें स्टार्ट करते हैं। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, Amazon single row of tabs required only 2 graphics per page. Number 2 है, dash is like a building name for a website, site ID or logo. Contrast of size is usable particularly in display of quantitative information. Secret to designing a successful undo system is to make sure that it supports typically used tools. Dash is an early release of product to a few users. Beta test जो होता है वो सबसे पहले आता है किसी भी सॉफ्टवेयर के, is an early release. In usability test, which is a technique from given below option in which you have two participants work together to perform the task. Code discovery. What site is this? Statement represents site ID. Errors are generally single incorrect actions. Dash is like a building name, a site ID or logo. ये repeat हुआ है. Web designers use the term persistent navigation or global navigation to describe the set of navigation elements that appear on every page of a site. Active in, active intervention is a usability test in which a member of the test member of the test team sits in the room with the participant and actively probes the participant's understanding of whatever is being tested. Dash has a goal of assessing whether the product works according to its specification, quality assurance. ये देखें आप पेटेंट नेविगेशन, ये हैंड आउट से इसकी अच्छा, figuring out where you are on the web is called web navigation. Which of the following depicts the shape of a checkbox square? Web designer use the term uh, penitent navigation or global navigation to describe set of navigation. Next question है, which one is not a characteristic of usability test? The participants do not represent real user. ये usability test की characteristics नहीं होती. Which of the following depicts the shape of a checkbox square? Global navigation system, also called persistent navigation. Dash is the remarkable facility that lets us reserve a previous action. Undo is a remarkable facility. Established standard suite of file management for most applicants consists of this save as dialog. Dash is the remarkable facility. Undo. Skeleton plane breaks down into three components. What is the multimedia system? A human computer interface that provides a discrete interaction with digital pre-recorded text, audio, graphics and video. Which of the following will result in using proper contrast? ये तीनों options हैं. What is a multimedia system? A human computer computer interface that provides a discrete interaction. What is अच्छा, next question है, what site is this statement site ID को represent करती है? Global navigation system is called persistent navigation. What site is this statement? Site ID. Dash is like a building name. Site ID logo. Which of the following should be avoided for making easier playerable interface, visual noise and clutter. Dash is a usability test in which a member of the test team sits in the room with participant actively probes the participant understanding whatever is being tested. Active intervention. When the user mistypes the backspace key, undoes the erroneous characters. Amazon's single row of tabs required only two graphics per page. Errors are generally single incorrect actions. Secret to designing a successful undo system is to make sure that it supports typically used tools. Figuring out where you are on the web is called web navigation. Dash has the goal of assessing whether the product works according to specification quality assurance. Which one is not a characteristic of usability test? The participants do not represent real users. Which of the following should be avoided for making easy and playable interface? Visual noise and clutter. What site is this? Site ID. Dash is a usability test in which a member of the test team sets ये पहले भी है active intervention. Dash is particularly useful in early design. Excellent technique when used a prototype because it provides a wealth of diagnostic information. Active intervention. In usability test, which technique from given below option which you have to participants work together? Code discovery. Global navigation system is called persistent navigation. Secret to designing successful undo system is to make sure that that it supports typically used tools. When the user mistypes backspace key undoes the erroneous characters. Dash was one of the first sites to use tab dividers for navigation. Amazon was one of the first sites. Dash is an early release of product up to a few user beta test early release होती है. What site is this statement? Site ID को शो करती है. साइट आईडी जो लोगो जो होता है लाइक बिल्डिंग नेम होता है वेबसाइट का. Amazon single row tab required only two graphics. Skeleton plane breaks down into three components. What is orientation? A type of spatial contrast. Which of the following should be avoided for making easy and playable infrared visual noise and clutter? Which one is not a characteristic of usability test? Participants do not represent real users. Dash was one of the first sites. Amazon was one of the first sites. Beta test early release. Web designer use the term persistent navigation, global navigation to describe the set of navigation elements. Which one is not a characteristic usability test की क्या है? Participants do not represent real users. Active intervention is a usability test in which member of the test team sits in room. Active intervention answer. Dash is given structure on the softer side through interaction design. Scope is concept. Scope is a given structure. Amazon was one of the first sites. ये दोबारा repeat है. Undo is a remarkable facility that lets us reverse a particular previous action. The contrast of size is usable particularly in display of quantitative information. Quantitative information, not qualitative. Quantitative information. Contrast of size है. Dash is particularly useful in early design. Active intervention is particularly useful early design. Secret to designing a successful undo system is to make sure that it's forced quickly use tools. ये पहले भी आ चुका है. Which of the following should be avoided, making easy and play by visual noise and clutter? In usability test, which is a technique from given below option in which you have two participants work together to perform the task, co-discovery. Quality assurance has a goal of assessing whether the product works according to its specification. Quality assurance. Uh, Skeleton plane breaks down into three components. Site ID logo is like a building name for a website. Dash is like a building name for a website. Site ID और logo इसका ये आंसर है. ये इसका क्वेश्चन छुप गया है, वो एक्टिव इंटरवेंशन वाला था. अच्छा ये नेक्स्ट है. डैश इज पर्टिकुलर यूजफुल अर्ली इन डिज़ाइन in excellent technique which prototype because it provides a wealth of diagnostic information. इसका भी स्टूडेंट आंसर जो है ये सॉरी छुपा हुआ है. बैक ये असल में कुछ क्वेश्चन ना दोबारा रिपीट हो रहे हैं. व्हेन द यूज़र मिस टाइप्स अनडू का जो होता है अनडू की बैक स्पेस की अनडज दी एरोनियस, यहाँ पे बैक स्पेस आएगा, वो इसके नीचे यहाँ पे शो नहीं हो रहा. अच्छा एरर्स आर जनरली सिंगल इनकरेक्ट एक्शंस. एक्टिव इंटरवेंशन यूजुअली इन विच मेंबर ऑफ टेस्ट टीम सेट्स, ये पहले भी आया सवाल क्वेश्चन. व्हाट साइट आईडी इज दिस, रिप्रेजेंट साइट आईडी. अच्छा ये है फिगरिंग आउट वेयर यू आर, ये वेब फिगरिंग वेयर यू आर ऑन द वेब इज कॉल्ड वेब नेविगेशन. इसका करेक्ट आंसर ये है. Which of the following can be varied to distinguish controls from background to group control logically? इन तीनों में से कौन सा होता है? B and C. Hue and saturation can be varied to distinguish control for the background. अच्छा ये है Dash was one of the first site, Amazon was one of the first site. तो ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन था, तो आपके लिए हेल्पफुल होगा काफ़ी. आपके सेकंड क्विज में के लिए CS408 के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, वीडियो को लाइक करें. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.